Now then, Matty, you all right?
Good mate, are you?
Yeah, good. Thank you. Thanks for your time today. Let's start by just looking back before we look forward. How needed was last week's victory over Wakefield?
Yeah, we're a big win. We need to kickstart our league season again. Obviously, we won the Challenge Cup here. We're good to get away from the Super League for a week. But yeah, we're really focusing on the next 4 games before the semi-finals. Obviously, we want to win all the games, but there's a tough couple of games coming up. But yeah, we're really good to get back to winning ways.
Has that been a conscious decision then to break it down and think about the next four as a group?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, just to we need to break it down, like kind of like not starting the league again, but like really put a big emphasis on these next 4 games because I feel like if we're win these next 4, it'll set us up in good stead for the rest of the season and the semi-final against Wigan.
What have you been working on most of all then this week?
Mainly just obviously Leigh play a lot of good shape, so we've been working really hard on defending their shape, but also just really focus on us as a team. It's about a lot of it's about us, but just the things we do where we work on really well, and like flat and fast. But yeah, we've been working mainly prepping for Leigh really. Yeah.
We'll talk more about the Leigh match in a moment, but how do you think your season's going personally?
It's been a bit up and down really. I was started the season. I was starting against Wigan. I was on the bench, but I got injured. A reoccurring toe injury. Won't wish that on anybody. Worst injury I've ever had. But yeah, it's also then couldn't really get back in the team then, so it was quite frustrating. But I obviously kept my head down. Worked hard away from training. And also there's been a couple of injuries. I've took my chance now. I think I'm progressing every week. So yeah, it's been good so far.
You seem to be underused this season. Is that a fair comment?
I wouldn't say underused, but also last year I think there were a lot of injuries and you were playing longer minutes. And I feel like when you play less minutes now, you can go harder. A lot of times when you play longer minutes, you always preserve something and something has to give. But now I think I'm playing less minutes, but I'm contributing more to the team, going harder. And I think that's really working for me this season.
Mentally, how do you deal with being in and out then?
I think you just have to stay strong. Really, like as me as a person, I don't really get down about it. Obviously, get down, but I don't really throw the dummy out or out. Just obviously train hard. Yeah, and just obviously when I'm away from rugby, I don't think about it too much at all. And as soon as I start to train, I'm working hard to get back in the team. So it frustrated me, 18th man, because obviously it's good to see the boys win, but you want to be out there. But yeah, I've tried to take my chance at the moment, and yeah, I'm still in the team, so I'm just doing something all right.
Sure. Has Willie tasked you with doing something different with your game to try and become more consistent in his match day squad?
Yeah, obviously, I've got. He wants me to work hard, like do the 1%ers. Obviously, I've been doing that, but so I need to add something else, like I can offload and be using my last couple of weeks, been using feet and in contact and that. So, I've been trying to bring that into my game. So yeah, he's been trying to challenge me on that every week.
Yeah, and how have you found that?
Yeah, it's good. Like, also, I think last couple of games I've been doing all right. So, I just need to keep building my game, get more match fitness. So yeah, put me on good stead for the rest of the year.
And how do you see the second half of the season? We're just past the midway point. How are you feeling about things?
Yeah, I think like I also won the last 2 games. I think before the last 2 games we went away from what we are as a team, but I think we're back instead now of what we are and what we built it through pre-season and the start of the season. I think we're getting back to that now. So I think we're all as a group we're really confident at the moment. I think we're ready to go and attack this last half of the season.
The injuries have had an impact, haven't they, recently? How have you felt about the loss of the players that you've lost?
Yeah, I've lost big players like Jesse, Batch, Ethan Ryan. Obviously, Abdul's a big miss. But I think the lads who've come in have done a really good job. Like Rowan's come in and he's got man at match last 2 weeks. He's a good player. Rowan. He's been frustrating for him as well, but he's took his chance now. Like said, Yusuf and Sam Walker's been stepping up really well, and George King. So I think all the boys have been. Whoever's wearing that shirt always has to do a job, and they've been doing really well.
And do you see it personally as a challenge to prove anybody wrong who might think that you're not quite there to be a consistent member of this match day squad on a weekly basis?
Yeah. I think not took it a bit personally, but I've took it like I just want to be back in that team. I feel like I deserve to be in the team every week. So I'm just trying my hardest every week to do little things, especially away from training, doing my better like recovery, trying to get my best mental and physical shape to play every week and perform at a nice level.
So you have to be completely committed to becoming, a top pro to actually get what you want here. Yeah.
I've done that. I think I've changed that a lot in my game since last year. I think a lot of it's like a lot away from rugby. I think I've improved a lot of that, and I think that's put me in good stead for this year so far. So yeah, I'm just really committed this year.
And you moved to the area, didn't you, last year? How much has that helped you?
Yeah, that's one of the big things as well. Also, we're travelling nearly 3 hours to get to train, 3 hours back. So now I only live like 10, 15 minutes away. So I think that's changed massively in my game. Like travelling every day. I used to back end of it, I did it for nearly 3 years and it was killing me by end. So I think that's really helped me. I'll say it was a big decision moving over away from family. I do miss the family, but I think it's for the greater good. So I've enjoyed moving over to Hull.
What about this league game then? Because they've surprised quite a few people this season. I asked Willie Peters what he thought and whether he'd been surprised by them. He said not. What about you?
Yeah, not all of it. They've always been. They were a good team last year in the championship. They've obviously kept quite a lot of players in the championship, but
it's a big jump up, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a big jump up, but they've proved a lot of people wrong, haven't they? And also they're in the semi-final as well. They're going well in the league, so yeah, we have to, every game. It's not a tough game in the Super League anymore. Like even Wakey last game, that were a really tough game. I thought really tough, went set for set for us. But yeah, we're really also have to give Leigh respect. But yeah, we're also up for the challenge on a Friday night.
And 2 points splitting you on the table. Do you think, as a group, that you can reel them in here? Is this your opportunity?
Yeah, I've also we're really confident, and we need to get these 2 points. Also, we're breaking down these next 4 games, and this is a massive period for us. So, yeah, we're really confident for Friday.
You weren't involved when the teams met in March, but you were watching the game. So, what are your recollections of that?
Yeah, also like Leigh. The thing about Leigh, they never go away. They also scored in the last minute, and I think also there were a couple of switches off in that game. But I think we're a lot. I think we're a lot better. We've learned from that, and yeah, it really hurt us that game. So also we're gonna get one back on them, but it's gonna be a challenge Friday night, and we've prepped really well this week, so we're looking forward to it.
And how do you see the game unfolding here?
I don't know. It's hard to say really. What could happen in rugby league? But yeah, we're just gonna stick to our processes, and we have to see what happens.
And if you do get the victory, what sort of message do you think that will send out?
Yeah, it's a big message because Leigh are flying at the moment. Everybody's talking about Leigh, how good they are, but also we know how good we are as a team as well. So I think it sends a strong message out for the table. It's very tight at the moment, so I think getting 2 points is really valuable for us. Any team at the moment in that top half, so it sends a good message out.
Matty, can I get some thoughts from you on Lachlan Coe? He announced, of course, his retirement last week. How's that gone down with the players?
Yeah, I'll say it's a big miss losing Coe. He's a big one of our leaders in the group. He had a great career. Also, I used to watch him as a kid. Like when now coming through, like watch him at Saints. Yeah, he's a real professional. He's going to be missed. But I think obviously it's better. Obviously, it's a big decision for him and his family, but I think it's the right one. Obviously, concussion is a big thing. So yeah, I think he's made the right decision, but he's going to be really missed.
Yeah. Let's get some thoughts from you on the game after this one, if you wouldn't mind. We'll talk more in depth with the other lads about this closer to the derby, but it's derby week next week. Do you hold anything back in this game for that?
No. We can't hold anything back any game. I think if you do that, you're kidding yourselves. You need to go hard every game, but also the derby is a massive game for the club and the city. I think obviously FC they've improved last 5 or 6 games, so I think they're not completely different team as also when we last played them. I think they've got more confident now, but so we're up for the task, and yeah, also we're not focusing on that game at the moment, but so it's in the back of the minds. But we've put it away for this week, and we're all focused on Leigh.
Good luck for this match. Thanks for your time, Matty. Good to chat.
Thank you very much. Cheers, pal. Thank you.
Hi, Matt. You all right, pal?
Hi, mate. How you doing? You all right?
Yeah, good, thanks. I just wanted to speak about the forward pack as a whole. I think what I've noticed recently is the wrestle has become a lot better and the ruck speed slowing the opposition down, and that's going to be crucial on Friday, isn't it? How much has Brett Delaney had on that? Because I know the impact he's had speaking to Willie and that, but from a player's point of view, he's been a really good acquisition, hasn't he?
Yeah, Froggers he's been really good. I've really enjoyed working with him so far. Like we had a brutal pre-season. We were in the wrestle room. We were in there 3 times a week for an hour, just working hard. And I think that's what we're missing a bit. I think while I've been here, we've never really had like a proper, like a coach who focused on the D side and wrestle side. So Frog's brought in really like a really steel mentality, and I really like to say our wrestle's been a lot better this year, and obviously the hard pre-seasons come good, and we're doing better in the middle this year.
Yeah, I think defence is massive for the full club now, innit? I mean, since you've been here, they've always had that attacking threat, but defence has been a bit frail, hasn't it? Whereas now I know Willie's massive, of course, Brett Delaney, and that's what you need, don't you, to take it to the next level and get to these semi-finals consistently.
Yeah, 100%. Like it's a tough part of the game, attacking. I think if you do well with your attack, you put your effort in your attack, you get your awards in back in the game. We attack if you do focus on the D. So we're really focusing. I've really been focused on my D this year, doing a lot of things people don't really see. You keep pressures, inside pressures, your scraps on the floor and loose balls. I think that's a massive part we all focus on as a forward pack this year, and I think it's really helped us in games.
And I asked the same to Rowan last week. I know there's Leigh this week. I know there's the big derby, but of course the semi-final coming up. You was part of that team last year that played under par, kind of let that chance go to Wembley. So you must be grateful to have another opportunity to get there, because obviously last season, wasn't the best outcome, was it, in the semi?
Yeah, I know, 100%. It's going to be a big game at Headingley. I think Rovers are sold. I think they're sold out, aren't they? So
yeah, a lot, yeah.
It's going to be a class atmosphere. Obviously, Wigan are a really good team, but like I said, we're not really. We'll put that in the queue for now. We're gonna focus on it in a couple of weeks, but it's obviously in the back of our minds, and it's good to have another shot. Cause I've been to a semi-final, quarter-final. Like I've never pushed on to Wembley, so it'd be good to get there. But it's gonna be a big challenge against Wigan.
Yeah, definitely. Best of luck Friday, mate.
Yeah, cheers, pal. Thank you.